Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Sunday, November 15th, 2015, around 5:12 in the afternoon in Billerica, Massachusetts. Was a nice and sunny day, an average day. Weather-wise, no wind and stuff, in the mid-50s and stuff, where we should be this time of year. Hopefully you're getting leaves done and piling them up and raking them, putting them in the bags, because there's only 3 weeks left to get them raked up before the winter. Composting is good. Some news to report: the Carolina Panthers are now 9-0, so to be at least one unbeaten team in the NFL when it's all said and done at the end of week 10. And that's about it on news. My second video blog subject of the day is the start of reviewing each WWE Survivor Series, old school Survivor Series from 1987 through 2001. And the first one I'm going to be reviewing is Survivor Series 1987 that happened at Richfield, Ohio, at the Richfield Coliseum, which is in suburban Cleveland, Ohio. This took place Thanksgiving night, November 26, 1987, and it was a new pay-per-view by the WWE. The WWE was the leader in pay-per-views for wrestling companies and stuff because of the success of WrestleMania and stuff. And the Survivor Series was competing with the Jim Crockett Promotions, NWA Mid-Atlantic, Starrcade 1987, which they moved from Greensboro, Ohio to Chicago for it to be a national company. And the cable companies decided which one they were going to carry. But Vince McMahon made an ultimatum to these cable companies: if you carried a Starrcade 87 pay-per-view, you won't be carrying WrestleMania, period. And many cable companies at that time were just basically mom and pop ones or startups. And with the track record of the WWE, they decided to have the WWE Survivor Series and stuff because they didn't want to go for Jim Crockett Promotions, even though they were on TBS. This was their first pay-per-view and stuff, and they didn't want to lose out on big-time money from what the WWE was generating at that time, because they could have went out of business, these small cable companies. So that was it on that. And the Survivor Series concept was test marketed around the WWE house shows around the winter, early spring of 1987, when they had elimination 6-man tags and with the top WWE stars having feuds with one another. They had elimination matches, which was pretty good around the horn and stuff. And Vince McMahon got that concept and stuff that it would make good for a pay-per-view. And they had 4 matches on this pay-per-view. They had teams of 5 striving to survive, and calling the Survivor Series pay-per-view was Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse the Body Ventura, which they were like the pay-per-view team of the Federation years from 1987 through 1990. They did most of the WWE pay-per-views around this time. And the first match was a 10-man elimination tag team match. It was Macho Man Randy Savage, who was the team captain, with Miss Elizabeth, Jake the Snake Roberts, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake, facing off against team captain the Honky Tonk Man, Dangerous Danny Davis, the Outlaw Lon Bass, Hercules, and King Harley Race, with Jimmy the Mouth of the South Hot in his corner, and also Bobby the Brain Heenan as well. So it was an elimination match, and the rules for these 10-man elimination tag team match: pinfall, submission, count out, disqualification. Once you're eliminated, you go back to the showers, and it could have been any number of combinations, like 4-on-1, 5-on-1, 3-on-2, 2-on-3, and stuff like that. And the Honky Tonk Man and the Macho Man Randy Savage was having a big feud around this time, and also like Hockey Talk Man had a feud with Jake the Snake Roberts and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as well. And also, like King Harley Race was feuding with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Those were like maybe the only important feuds up to this point in going into Survivor Series 1987 and stuff. The ending of this match had the Honky Tonk Man his lone surviving team members. He was left out there with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Macho Man Randy Savage. Savage, Steamboat, and the Snake were beating up on the Honky Tonk Man, and him and Jimmy Hart just fled out of the ring, and and the Honky Tonk Man was counted out. So Macho Man, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat survived this one. They were the first surviving team for the Survivor Series and stuff. And coincidentally, Macho Man Randy Savage's teammates at 1987 Survivor Series, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Jake the Snake Roberts, Brutus Barber Beefcake, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Macho Man feuded with all of these wrestlers at one time or another during his WWE tenure, which is pretty amazing. The next match was a 10-man women's tag team match, elimination match. It was Team Captain the Fabulous Moolah, Rockin' Robin, Velvet McIntyre, and the Jumping Bomb Angels, facing off against Team Captain Sensational Sherry, who was the WWE Women's Champion at the time, Donna Christianel, Dawn Marie, not the valet from ECW fame, and the Glamour Girls, who were Judy Martin and Leilani Kai, were the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, and they were managed by the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and this was the Fabulous Moolah's last major match for her career in the WWE. At this point, she would go on to retire and train women's wrestlers, but she periodically would come back during the Attitude Era with Mae Young and stuff. And this was, basically a 20-minute match. Moolah and Sensational Sherry were feuding, were eliminated early and stuff. And then it was the Jumping Bomb Angels who beat the Glamour Girls up and pinned both of them to be the surviving team members for the Fabulous Moolah's team. And this was an okay match, in my humble opinion. The next match was a 10-tag team elimination tag team match. They had all the teams in the WWE, the faces and the heels. They had the Strike Force, who was the team captain, who were WWE Tag Team Champions at this time, teaming up with the British Bulldogs, the Davey Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid, the Fabulous Rougeau brothers, Jacques and Raymond, the Killer Bees, B. Brian Bland, Jumping Jim Brunzell, and the Young Stallions, Jim Powers and Paul Roma, facing off against Demolition, who were Axe and Smash, the Hart Foundation, who were Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who were the team captains, the Islanders, Haku and Tama, the Bolsheviks, Nikolai Volkov and Boris Sukov, and the new Dream Team, who were Greg the Hammered Valentine and Dino Bravo, and they were with their managers, Jimmy the Mouth of the South Heart, Slick, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mr. Fuji, and Luscious Johnny V. And in this twist of a thing, if a team member got eliminated, his other team member, who was outside the ring, not legally tagged, they would have to hit the showers and stuff. So it was an interesting match and stuff. Strike Force was eliminated early by the Hart Foundation, and it came down to the Killer Bees and the Young Stallions facing off against the Hart Foundation, the New Dream Team, and the Islanders. It was Killer Bees and Young Stallions pinning these teams in succession to be the sole survivors and stuff, which was, this was an interesting match and stuff, but nothing to write home about. And then the main event, it was another 10-man elimination tournament, 10-man elimination match. It was Hulk Hogan, who was the WWE champion, the team captain, with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Ken Patera, Don The Rock Morocco, and Bam Bam Bigelow. They were with Oliver Humperdinck facing off against Andre the Giant with his team members, the One Man Gang, Ravishing Recruit, The Natural Butch Reed, and King Kong Bundy. They were with Bobby the Brain Heenan and Slick. And this match was the first meeting between Hogan and Andre the Giant since WrestleMania 3. This pay-per-view main event for the Survivor Series was continuation of the feud between Hogan and Andre the Giant, and this tag team match was, pretty good. Hogan got counted out when he fought Andre to the floor and stuff and got knocked out cold. Hogan was eliminated from the match. It ended up with King Kong Bundy, One Man Gang, and Andre the Giant facing off against Bam Bam Bigelow. Hogan tried to interfere, but the referee said Hogan, if he did not vacate the ringside area, Bam Bam Bigelow was going to be disqualified and Andre's team was going to survive. But like Bam Bam Bigelow put on a show, he eliminated One Man Gang, King Kong Bundy, and he almost beat Andre the Giant. But Andre beat Bam Bam, pinned him 1, 2, 3. Andre the Giant survives his team. His team as a sole survivor, which was disappointing because every WWE pay-per-view had Hogan winning in the end, but he lost this one. But the title wasn't on the line, and Hogan comes back out and fights Andre the Giant, and they had the referees and agents, the producers, whatever they call them, break up the fight between Hogan and Andre. It was just a continuation of their feud and stuff. And what did I think about Survivor Series 1987? It was kind of a new concept, but this one was, I give it maybe a B-. It was only 4 matches and stuff. The only significance was the continuation of the Andre Hogan feud and stuff. And the first match was pretty good with, Honky Tonk Man, who was the Intercontinental Champion, being like chicken shit while winning away from the 3 wrestlers he feuded with in 1987. The women's tag team elimination match was basically kind of a throwaway match, but the Jumping Bomb Angels were pretty impressive. And the tag team 10-man elimination match was a cool concept and stuff, but nothing big happened in that one. But the next one, Survivor Series 1988, which I'll review tomorrow, it's an infamous double turn and stuff. It was, not a good, was one of the worst turns ever, in my humble opinion. That's about it on that. I will be back with the third and final video blog on the night, which will be about former New York Yankees pitcher Ron Guidry, Louisiana Lightning, and the Gator. Like I always say, keep calm, everybody. And I'm a Julie Button guy, Julie Button's News 6, Orlando, Florida. Julie rocks, and she has nice legs. And Elizabeth Hart of News 6 is so stunning. Amy Swansea rocks, Molly Roseblock rocks, and in the words of Dr. Thomas Shockey, this action will not be tolerated at BMHS by now. See you later.